are back from a commercial break. Serve the people of the country.
Yes.
So how do we get to that place? And is it possible?
For me, I would say yes, by mindset transformation and people stopping bullshit.
Now that you mentioned it, I've been waiting all day for you to mention it. I want you to elaborate to us, because the viewers at home will ask me, and then they'll ask me later.
Yes.
What is bullshit? What is bullshit? I need to understand. And I need all of us to understand what is bullshit.
We need to change our mindset and stop every bullshit.
Yeah.
Back in 2021, this I would say with the fear of God, God showed me like a figure. I can't remember whether I was sleeping or it was a dream with my eyes open. I saw a bull. Ndume. Ushaenda kwa show? Hizi, yes, kama hizi zinapelekanga huko Kakamega, bullfighting.
Yes,
zinakuwa very smart. Yani mpaka unaweza kaangalia tu you admire.
Hata kingozi kinakaa brown,
kimejaza. I saw a huge bull, beautiful, so strong. And in my dream, I saw God speaking to me in a very simple, understandable way. That was me, that was us. And that bull represented the real us, who God has designed. Now, in that vision, I saw like a man who owned that bull. I don't know the reasons, but by chance, he happened to give it to a neighbor or a friend to take care of it while he's away. But the person he gave the bull to was not responsible to take care of it, kuipeleka kwa mnanda. And so with time, the bull started shifting from one hand to the other. The more it was shifting, the more it was deteriorating because of ticks. Haiko inapewa dawa ya kuzuia ticks. In the same vision, God was showing me how beautiful our nation is, how blessed. Kenya is the springboard of revival. So that is from a very strong spiritual background. In the physical, in the common civic world, it represents an awakening that is supposed to show Kenya as a great nation in every way, holistically, economic-wise, talent-wise, a brain, human brain, resources and all that. That is the kind of a bull I would see, that Kenya is so blessed. We got everything we need. But we have been shifting that bull, the great economy, the great resources, from one hand. I'm giving you everything, feed it. Now, instead of you take care of it, you are now shifting it without food, without treatment, without care. By the time the owner was coming back, the bull was dying. That is the state I saw Kenya in. The bull has shifted so much, and there is no redemption until the owner takes it back. When the owner came, it's like he had some magical hands, power in his hand. The minute he is dying, the minute alishika to his back, it went back to its normal state. I wrote that vision on my Facebook wall that time. I shared with the people around me, and I saw that is exactly what is going in Kenya. God has blessed us with a beautiful nation. That is the kind of a bull. Until we, Kenya, take back our personal value given from God, what God has called you, Elias, what God has called me as Jim, what God has called our viewers, you take it as a bull. And by the end of the day, the owner was a blessing so long as he had the bull to his neighbors. The owner didn't have anything for himself or for the neighbors when he was shifting the bull from one hand to the other. And that is where I got the word bullshit. We got to stop bullshit. No more
bullshit. Now, umetuexplainia from a country perspective. We'll be shifting our big, beautiful country, and if into the wrong hands inapata I hope everybody at home is understanding. It's an analogy that the country is getting eaten up by ticks. It's unhealthy. But if we were just to take it back in our own hands and know that it doesn't matter what the president does, that what we have to do is we have to own the country. That what I'm doing today is making the bowl that is Kenya better from my office, right? And you from your office, you make Kenya better. What other examples will you give of bullshift?
Now,
Yeah.
I want this to be well understood. That it's deeper than we can share. It's deeper than even talking about bullshit, because there is an aspect of restoration that has to happen to the ideal man and woman that God has designed for a time as this. God has never tried to create anyone. God intentionally put all of us in Kenya, wherever you are, in Nyeri, Kingongo, Kamakwa, whatever place you are in, God placed you there, not as a trial. You know, there are these things we buy online. You a 3-month trial. No. Yes, you jaribu tuone. God can never do that.
Si trial and error.
Hakuna. God is intentional. He has placed us. So the first thing is to know that we need to have a greater restoration of the original form that has not conformed yet to the patterns of this world. What I'm talking about bullshit is as simple as when you know you are privileged, that God has given you an opportunity to create. Remember, we are co-creators with God. What God has given you in your hands to create, the minute you either by low self-esteem or high self-esteem or pride, fear, anytime you are letting go what God has given you to do, you are simply bullshitting. There is something greater when we grow ourselves first and then come together to grow each other. By this I mean there's something called corporate social responsibility. But what we need to talk about now is personal social responsibility, personal spiritual responsibility, personal financial responsibility. Own up that if Nyeri is going to be a good place, it's because of me.
Starts with me.
If my family is going to be a good place, it will start with me. If Kenya is going to be a good place, it will start with me. Doesn't matter whether you are 1 year old, 81 or 18.
Actually, I like what you're saying. It's not, actually, I said it wrong. It's not start with me. It's because of me.
It's because of me. And so when we talk about bullshifting, is the opportunity God has given all of us without being monitored or followed here and there, whether you are doing it, supervised, because God knows that you can. And sometimes we don't know who we are. That's why we keep on shifting the bull. And so, as I'm insisting this because I want someone to understand that I didn't just get a word to use and to hype you. This is a greater, I want you to understand this at a deeper level.
From a point of revelation.
From a point of revelation. Go deeper and see this. When God has given you some work to do, He gives you as a package. With the right mindset, with the right confidence, self-esteem. And so even at the point you want to be validated by your people around you, if you didn't get validation from God, you won't move. So anytime you are fearful to become you, that is bullshit. Anytime you are refusing to become who you're supposed to be, that is bullshit. Anytime you are selling out your confidence by not knowing who you are, let me quickly teach you something.
Okay.
There are 5 levels of learning. 5 levels. The smallest and the weakest is assumption.
Assumption.
Yes.
Assumption is a way of learning.
Yes.
And it's the smallest.
It's the smallest and the worst.
Okay.
Assumption is the idea that I think I know and I don't know. Assumption is where someone is using arrogance to show that they know, but they know they don't, but they behave as if. Assumption.
They mask ignorance.
Yes. Yeah. Now, the second level from below is ignorance. Ignorance is a state of I don't know, but I don't know, but if I know I don't know, I would love to know. That is ignorance. Yeah. And that is a blessed bliss to be. People who are ignorant when they are awakened, like know what is going on, people become, wow, I didn't know. And so you can't live with ignorance because you miss every opportunity to become who you are supposed to be, because if you don't know, you don't know. And if you don't know, you never know. Now, the third level is academics. Academics is now where we are taught that this is a microphone, this is color black, this is green, this is yellow, this is a car, this is a boy, this is a girl. A curriculum has been designed and given a name: maths, geography, CRE, IT. And it's a very good place because we are taught how to keep law and order. Academics is only supposed to help you know that if you are sick and two people are standing there, one is a thief with a knife, another one is a doctor with a knife. If you are sick, you know where to go. Yes. Academics helps you know the difference between right and wrong. If you see someone with a gun there, another one with a gun, academics will tell you who is a policeman, who is a thug. But above that, the fourth level of learning is called education. What we call education, Ministry of Education, I'm doing education, is not what education is. Education is what you teach yourself. Academics is what you are taught. Wow. And the more academics you do, the more you become like what the curriculum says you are. But education is when you defy every odd. You take yourself to the field. If you have a passion to cook, you go to the kitchen. You take onion, you take brigania, you take this, you train yourself. That is education. And this is a greater level where even Gen Zs, I keep on calling them Jay-Z, Gen Z. This is where so many young people who even are, I can say they are ahead of their time, they are using the power of education to teach themselves things that even their parents, in the name of professors with degrees and PhDs, they don't know. And this is now the first place of avoiding bullshit. The more you are educated, the more you are able to do several things. Among them, discovering your world. An educated person is going to question. So once you've experienced your world, you question everything, and then you get yourself the privilege of identifying the best option to take. That by the end of the day, you are going to take the option that has supreme value and greater agency. That one tells you that you are not a crowd follower. That one tells you that you are not a conformer. You are not a people pleaser. Those are 4 levels of learning. 1, assumption. Number 2,
ignorance.
Number 3,
academics.
Number 4,
education.
Now the highest of them all, and that's now where we should yearn to go, is revelation. Revelation is what God teaches you. I told you academics is what you are taught. Education you teach yourself, but revelation God reveals to you. There is nothing as powerful as doing something God has revealed to you. And God in our time is not necessarily speaking like them old days. That you have to have a kind of a burning bush, remove thy shoes, you are standing on a holy ground. It is greater. You are defying every odd, and God is speaking to you in a very simple way. Listening more, taking your time to listen to God more than you're trying to talk to Him. Now, revelation is greater. We'll get another day to go to the depth of each of those levels of learning. The reason why I shared with you those 5 levels is to let you know that by the time now someone is stopping bullshifting, is someone who has gotten to the level of revelation. That when you see an opportunity of squandering resources as a custodian of people's resources in the name of a leader. Your greater calling and your greater who you are by God's definition tells you no. You are never hungrier to be wealthy through stealing and corruption because there is a great dimension that you know. And that is how we stop bullshifting. This is a call for all of us to go deeper in God. Going deeper in God helps you know what bullshifting around your life you have to stop. That's why what you are seeing around right now, for me, is a spiritual awakening manifesting in the physical, where people are really tired and they have discovered that, hey, kumbe, this bull was mine. I've been giving it to leaders who are selfish, leaders who care less. They change like chameleons. People are awakening, and you will see people will start stopping to bullshit, and every kind of bullshit must be stopped.
Man. Wow, that is so powerful. That is so powerful.